Live. Okay, welcome everybody to our series of interviews, and tonight we have Akiko Kawakami, and Akiko is known as the Get Things Done life coach. So she has joined us with Life Beyond Limits as a coach, and I've known Akiko for quite some time, and she is a very, very efficient person who is able to process things succinctly, sequentially, and easily and efficiently. So I'm going to bring Akiko up. I've got a number of questions for you tonight, Akiko. And my first question to you is this. Can you give us a little bit of background about how you got involved as a Get Things Done coach? And what led you to become an expert in that space?
Right. Thank you so much, Rick, for all the compliments. Really appreciate it. Now, a bit about myself. I've been working in Australia, of course, here now, Japan, and the US in different roles, different industries, different organizations. I just love changes and challenges. And then every time when I start working at the new role, then I love it to figure out how to get things done, to achieve the expected outcomes. And eventually I've realized people just come to talk to me and they say, help me, Akiko, I want to get these things done. I heard you're very efficient, so just help it, help me, help us. So first, it's naturally started off as business-related issues, but then I realized that the people started asking me about their personal issues, like financial maybe, career, finding a new job, moving a house, and then after I started studying, about studying. So I thought, oh, okay then, so while I keep helping these people, then naturally I'm getting into this field of getting things done and I'm becoming expert. And recently I found out that 70% of Australian people actually have a low level of problem solving skills. That's, to me, just stunning numbers, and that encouraged me to help people who want to get things done and they solve problems to achieve their goals.
Wow, that's absolutely staggering. 70% of people have issues with problem solving. That is absolutely huge. Well, you're perfectly positioned to help people to actually problem solve. So my next question is, what are 3 things that someone should know in order to be successful as a Get Things Done coach?
Well, firstly, I think it's the mindset. When people think, oh, I can't do it, I can't get things done, then brain naturally don't put any effort to look for the way how to get things done. So to me, first thing is about the mindset. And the second thing is to be clear what you want to or what you need to get done. I often heard people saying, oh, there's so many things, don't know where to start. Really, when you actually really to be clear what you need to do, it may be only 3 things, maybe 5 major things to do. So that's the second part. Third thing is probably to learn to prioritize and to delegate if possible. Again, I've seen so many people starting doing one thing and then move on to another thing before first thing hasn't been finished yet, and then maybe get distracted by phones, emails, chatting, maybe standing up and having a cuppa, and then back to do the first thing, jump onto the third thing, And of course, at the end of the day, you see bits and pieces of incomplete works, which, really make you feel, oh, I haven't I haven't done anything. I haven't achieved anything, and which makes you feel tired and exhausting. So I think it's far more effective to focus on one task, basically one by one. And if you have somebody who can maybe do some things for you, simply just ask if they can help you. And then I've found a lot of people actually can help you. So that's the third thing.
Cool. Okay. So one of the things that I certainly find in getting things done is prioritizing is a real critical key. And what I've seen over the years is you're a master at putting structures and systems in place to ensure that you can actually achieve your aims. So it can be a very complex issue overall, when we've got daunting projects and so forth. So what would you advise for someone who is completely overwhelmed, completely doesn't know where to start, completely overwhelmed, stuck? What would be the very first thing that you would suggest that they do?
Right. It's not that complex once you learn the skills and, once you set up your own systems or process, as you mentioned. I generally start with clarifying what really needs to be done. See, yes, I've worked on the projects, greenfield projects, and then when you're first starting it, it's just looks like so many things to do. You need to contact these people, you need to talk to these people, you need to make those decisions, you need to get the suppliers to organize, get the quotes, and everything going on. But when you actually chunk them down and then prioritize, as you mentioned, prioritize is very important, prioritize with due dates, then it's becoming manageable. And after that, you keep taking all these small steps. That's how I found it's very effective, and then get things done efficiently. Cool.
So it's kind of one step at a time is the appropriate way to really look at overwhelm. So yeah, how does one really get completely free of overwhelm? Well, really, as a minute when you decide to get things done and then commit yourself, you'll feel much lighter, you'll feel much maybe free, brighter. And afterwards, as you mentioned, we need to just keep taking small steps one by one. As long as you keep taking actions, that feeling light, feeling free, you can maintain those feelings. And I'm very happy. I know some people just say, oh, Akiko, that's easy to say, but hard to get done. So that's what I'm here for. I'm very happy to help people to establish their mindsets. For the start of, oh, it's too daunting, too much, can't do it. And then clarify what really needs to be done. And then start working on getting actual things done. Okay, so do your systems and structures and your advice, does that work for everyone? Have you found that in the past? Because I know that you work in the US, you work in Australia, and of course you work in Japan as well. Yeah, you bet. So far, I've used my methods in these different countries with myself first, and then with clients, friends, people at work, from different backgrounds at all levels, different industries, different organizations, and so far it seems working. So I think my methods work wherever you are and whatever the situation is. Universal, I guess. Fantastic. Okay, so if a client therefore is looking at working with you, I know that, what we're looking at is we're looking at, periods of time that they would be working with you. what is the best way for a client to really prepare so that they're ready to actually work with you? What would you suggest to a client just prior to working with you?
Right. I'm a coach, but I'm also a qualified trainer as well. So any training, any coaching sessions, I believe clients just need to be prepared to stretch themselves and also be 100% coachable. Same as when I attended for NLP training. So yeah, that's the secret of it. I think that's all I expect my clients to be prepared.
Got you. So I can remember many years ago, someone suggested to me that being 100% coachable was essentially emptying your entire cup, and being able to be prepared to get a sense that you don't know everything. And sometimes what we can do is even our knowledge may actually stop our progress sometimes. So can you actually provide us some real-life examples of, some clients that you've worked with, perhaps that have been really challenged, and you've helped them move through that challenge and progress them?
Right. Probably the best example could be really recently. It happened that a couple of my clients and also quite a lot of people at work, I helped them to find a new job just because of the situation. And then most of them haven't been in a market, like a recruitment market, nearly 10 years. Some of them are more than 10 years. And then also some of them are 45 years old plus, which is what the government called old workers. I'm not very happy with that, but anyway, that's how they view these people. So, of course, for them, it's even just creating a resume is such a big task. And then they think it's too difficult, for their age or for their background, just being in the same company for too long, from their point of view. And then, so it just, they just said, oh, it's too difficult. I don't know what to do, where to start. There's so many things to do. I have to sell myself in the market. I can't do it. So that's where I just started helping these, one is for clients and also as a part of my role as well. So I focused on their strengths and reminded them that's where their strengths are, and also how resourceful they are. And then clarify their goals in details, because just finding any job is not their goal. Like they individually, they know they have their own goal, that what kind of job they want to land in. So we talked about it, coached through, and then clarify these definitely where, what kind of job they want to. Of course, you need a bit of a flexibility in there, but that's what we did. And then develop the action plan, and then taking steps, all these, small steps accordingly. And then during that period, we worked together to maybe adjust their beliefs and the values as well. And then that's how they find the job. And then a couple of them still needed my help to adjust to a new work environment, because mind you, they were in the same environment for 10 years. So it was a bit challenging for them to all of a sudden get into the whole new world to them. So that's what I was very happy to help with. So that was my recent experience.
Cool. So one of the things that I think is a great advantage that you have, Akiko, is that you've got these great corporate skills, you've got these great structural skills, and you're able to sort through the clutter to really find the things that people need to focus on in order to be successful. Now you combine that with your NLP skills, and I've heard you say quite a number of times that it's a person's mindset that will often stop them from going through and doing the fundamental basics that they need to do in order to find success. So being able to help people to shift their beliefs and realign their values can be a massive benefit that you provide to a client. So totally get that. Now, I looked here for a secret. I'd like to know, what is a secret? Something that you've discovered over the years of really getting things done. What is the secret that you'd like to share with people as to how you totally get things done? Can you share something with us?
Sure. Well, let me think. I personally strongly believe that people have all resources to solve the problems. So getting things done is part of it. So a key is, or secret is, really, I believe, within us, ourselves. So we can read many books, we can listen to all these motivating speeches and talks. We have friends, maybe colleagues, a coach, happy to help you to move forward, to get things done, to achieve your goals. But all these won't happen until you are ready for it. So that's what I've been really finding, what I'm helping, people, I'm coaching through people when they are ready. Like I talked about the people, looking for a job. Yes, they were desperate, they had to, they really didn't have much choice, but still they committed and they put in their sort of, energy for it. So that's when things are happening and it gets things done. So I believe it's really key secret is within us.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so what essentially stops a lot of people is they just haven't made the decision to really get the ultimate life or the ultimate career or business or whatever it is they're really looking for. They haven't actually made that decision. So there are a lot of things that typically will get in the way of a person making a decision. So in that context, what would be some of the typical things that people do in order to avoid getting things done? What are the common excuses that you hear, Akiko?
Right. I mentioned to you before, like, people say, oh, there are too many things on the plate. I'm too busy, I can't get to it. Or because it's just too many things, I don't know where to start. Or, oh, I know I have to do it, but I don't feel like doing it. I don't have enough money, maybe. Or I'm not confident doing it. I know I have to, but I'm not confident. I don't think I can do it. Or like, oh, it's not my things. It's not my forte. So maybe, maybe one day. That's all stories I heard so far. Maybe there are more, but that's a main common one.
Cool. So really, at the end of the day, I guess the thing that really stops a person is typically themselves. And so that's been absolutely thorough and fantastic, and it gives us a great sense of where you focus and how you focus as a coach. And it's a great opportunity for people to get a sense of you and get to understand, who you are. So where can we get a hold of you if a client wants to connect up with you and consider booking you as a coach? How do they actually do that?
Right. Firstly, maybe people want to check my biography, I guess. So please go to Life Beyond Limits website, and under our coaches, my picture's there, so you can click on it and then you can see whole about myself. And also, if people are interested in maybe more so in my corporate world, career way, I'm on LinkedIn as well. So people can either connect me via email, mobile phone, which is on Life Beyond the Limits website, or send me a message via LinkedIn. These three could be the best way to hold on to me.
Cool. Okay. Well, actually, what I might do is I might show people exactly where people can actually find you. Wait a minute. I think I've clicked on the wrong button there. Let me start that again. Okay. So let me just get rid of some of these other things here. And if you can just bear with me just for a moment, I'm going to screen share. Now, can you see my screen at the moment, Akiko?
No, I don't.
Okay, so now can you see my screen?
I can see your picture.
Oh, you can see my picture, not the screen.
No.
Okay, cool. Let me. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Well, it says click to. Oh no, it's not only your picture.
Okay, cool. Let me start that again. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try that again. So can you see the screen now?
It looks black. Oh, yes.
Yes,
now I can see your site. Oh, it's all blur. Yeah, I can see it. You can see
the web? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to connect with Akiko, essentially all you do is you go to the coaches there. You can click on that particular tab. Instead of the drop-down, just click to that tab. You'll see Akiko right here. So you just click on Akiko there, and what you'll get is a whole heap of information about Akiko. You will get her rates, and you will also get her phone number, email address, and Skype name there. So that's a great way to get in touch with Akiko. Again, you just click on the Life Beyond Limits, which is www.lifebeyondlimits.com.au. Click on Coach, and you will see Akiko there. And you just click on Akiko, and then you will get all Akiko's contact details and bits and pieces and information. So here we go. So I'm back. So thank you hugely, Akiko. Thank you very, very much for being with us tonight. And thank you for sharing so much of yourself. I really appreciate it. And look forward to all those people connecting with you as a coach and helping even more people get things done.
Right. Thank you, Rick. Thank you so much.